Hello everyone, and Merry Christmas. So I hope you all had a really good holiday today. We're mainly just going to be doing the usual, though we will have 2 codes, so much so that I think I'll give the first one out right now, because we're still doing it for the normal amount of time of 1 hour, so might as well give out the first one now, and the other one at the normal time. So actually I probably should have just had that up before the stream even started, but let's go do that right now, and we'll give out the other one in a little bit. But yeah. Happy, or Merry Christmas, I mean, everyone. Let's see, let's get this in there. Copy that. I'm so stuffed right now from all the food. Let's see. Redeem code, and then boom, there it is. Let's see, right there. So it looks like Stream of Gems. I'll go put that into chat as well, so you all can go and use it. And we'll go from there, and just mess around with some of the normal stuff, and any questions you guys might have about anything. Where to go? Also, as a reminder, this is indeed the last stream of the year, as the title says. We won't be starting back up until around January 4th or January 5th. I'm pretty sure that Friday, January 5th, is when we're going to be starting the streams back up again. We'll still be doing video content. It's not like we won't be uploading anything, but we will not be able to stream during that duration. Let's see, where did it go? I'm trying to get the link thingy. There we go, copy that, and paste it right in. And there you guys go. There is the code for any of you that want to use it. gemsofwar.com underneath the game code. You can just put it in right over there. And let me go claim it myself, because we'll see what we get from that one gem key. Maybe it will be something good. Let's see if we can get the new mythic off it. Someone actually got Queen Mab off of it the other day, which was kind of funny. I think it was on Saturday that ended up happening. So they got very lucky there. Let's see, did it redeem? And success. It has indeed redeemed. So what does that give us? If we go under our thing... we get the normal reward of 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Also, on the 12th day of Christmas, we got 3 VIP keys. I should probably go use them and see what we get. Realistically, I should save them, but hey, might as well. And 12 dwarven gates. I still have all of them on my other account. I should totally try singing it and then upload it and then fail. I think I might. The devs said that they were going to do it too. I don't know if they've actually uploaded it yet. I wasn't paying attention. And if they did, where on earth they uploaded it. But anyways, let's go use these keys. So let's go use the 1 gem key. And it feels weird seeing VIP keys over there. What do we get from that? Just a runic. Let's see. Do we get anything good from the VIPs? And these do have the chance of dropping the Skady right now as well. Let's see. What do we get? Anything? Just arcanes. I'm perfectly fine with arcanes though. Another arcane. Well, if we get 1, we'll most likely get 2, because they side by side, and there's the gold. What do we get from the other ones? Another arcane. Are we just going to get 6 arcanes? I actually wouldn't mind that. Oh, Celestial Tradestone? Though that could have been a legend we needed. Let's see, what's the next one? Another arcane. Are we seriously just going to pull pure arcane Tradestones? Yes, 2 Celestials as well. And the gold, right? And that's everything. Well, that was a little weird. I've actually never seen it only drop arcane trade or trade stones before. But yeah, 2 celestials and 4 other arcanes of various colors, and of course it drops 2,000 gold per key automatically. Interesting. That is not what I was expecting from a key like that, but okay, I'll take it, because I actually do need trade stones like that, so I guess I won't complain. Better than getting a epic that we don't need, actually, so I guess that works out. Yes, Merry Christmas, everyone, and hello, Humberto, hello, September, Bluick, hello, Nosticus, hello, Simple, hello, Candy, hello, Steve, hello, Questor, hello, William, hello, Marcelo, hello, War, hello, Amanda, and hello, Nautical. Welcome all. Let's see. Yep, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. Also, I couldn't find the Christmas hat for whatever reason. I looked everywhere, could not find it. Oh well, it's not that big a deal, though. Yeah, I don't have a hat anymore. At least we still have the bunny ears. From Easter last year. Let's see. Well, we'll go take ourselves a brown or a blue. I don't think we can... Oh, there we go. Let's move that. Well, never mind. That changed that. I was going to say we don't have anything to take, but that will help us to take something. So we'll just take our purple, throw down the Kraken, and be on our way from there. So we'll get that down, hopefully into a double green. Can we land that? I think we just take a blue here. There's almost enough blues left over that we'll still be able to get the extra turn. Oh, I could have taken purple. Oh, never mind. It would have went into Kraken. I couldn't have. Oh, it's 1 short. Well, there's no way I could actually seen that, unfortunately, unless I counted them all, which I wasn't going to bother doing. Counting gems when you have the automatic gem counter now. That would not be good. There are some instances you still have to do that, but for the most part, you would almost never need to these days. Yeah, I'm trying to get one more blue onto the board. Thank you, finally. So we'll throw that down. There's actually a chance we could die to that, we could die to Draculus. I don't really have anything to be able to deal with that too easily, unfortunately. We don't have any single targets that can reach it. Maybe once we kill that, we could maybe devour it or something. But yeah, not looking that good against this first battle. We'll go take ourselves the browns. Trying to get a double green. What does he have that's denying it? There's not even anything on his team denying it. We're just getting really unlucky with almost no greens falling onto the board. I guess that will happen sometimes. We don't have a drop for that, so we'll just take it red to the brown. Never mind, we don't even need that. I guess we'll just take a blue. It'll give us another queen mab to go throw down. Not for an extra turn, and still not enough on the other one, so I guess we just take a purple for the Kraken. Start working that up slowly. Just gonna get another true damage. It's still not enough to kill anything. I think I'm gonna throw now just so he does take some damage here. So we'll throw that down. I don't have anything to really deal with him at the moment. He'll just do some damage, and if he does that one more time, we are in big trouble. Hopefully he will not, so we don't get any cascaded mana there. Will I really just have to take this blue? I guess so. So I'll move that over. You got Skady with 10 VIP keys. Very nice. Wow. I hope we get that lucky with the new mythic coming out on next Friday. Not this Friday, but next week's Friday already has another mythic coming. They are bringing them back really, really quick. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get that one quick because, yeah, we kind of just had a mythic. So we could burn through a little bit more resources than we would really want when we do go and get that new mythic. That Friday when he comes out is when we're actually going to be starting the streams and everything back up again. That Friday morning for the when the mythic does get released. Friday the 5th, that is, January 5th. Okay. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to leave them. This is the last time I'll be around to actually answer them. Otherwise, it's just going to be basically pure pre-recorded content for the next week or so. Or I shouldn't say completely pre-recorded. I am going to be bringing my webcam there and everything. And while I won't be able to stream, I will still be able to record some stuff with lesser audio, which will still be enough to do some things. Like one thing is I'll probably be doing the event video. I won't be able to do it. Oh gosh, that Draculus. I won't be able to do it the Monday of the event actually coming out because I'll be busy all New Year's Day. But I'll try getting that out as soon as I possibly can. But yeah, as far as this new Coral guy, I have been testing around with him some. I don't know, he actually seems a little bit weaker than I thought. He is decent. The biggest issue I really have with him is I just can't really find a team for him. Like, plopping him in, he kind of is okay in some things, but he serves his purpose well. It just, I don't really feel like he's just that good when it comes down to using some other options. He just seems too slow. We could have, of course, been protected against that Draculus, but we need to make sure we get the mana and everything into him. And you do have to keep in mind, the Draculus still gains HP even if you dodge. Because he's still doing the damage, he's just not actually doing any damage to you. It's the same way that, what's-his-name interacts whenever you hit a barrier, and the barrier ends up hitting with a Draculus or Crimson Bat or something. They still gain the HP. It's just, even though it's doing 0 damage to you, it's still gaining the HP that it would normally obtain from actually hitting. The barrier only protects from it receiving damage. It doesn't prevent them from dealing the actual damage, which they then heal off of. Okay. What do we do here? Also, that is intended, by the way that I just said. The devs have confirmed that Draculus working against things like barrier and stuff is intended. I'm not quite sure if it's intended for Submerge, though. Because with a dodge, it's a little bit different than hitting a barrier. Not to be able to craft a Fairish Raw yourself, couldn't gather the resources. Well, he's still going to be coming back again. The only reason why this Fairish Raw coming out was pretty hyped was because it was the first one in a very, 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 very long time. It was essentially the first time he was ever realistically craftable. So a lot of people were jumping on that. But yeah, it's not like he's never coming back again. He could be back next week, or the following week, or in a couple weeks, or next month. They're also going to be putting it on a rotation starting next patch, which will make it so basically all the mythics will come into rotation about once every 3 months or so. So at that point, you'll always have at least a chance to craft Draculus in a reasonable amount of time. Hello, Lexia, welcome! Also, did I not say all the hellos? No, I did say the hellos. I did it up to Amanda and Nautical. Hello, Zach. Hello, D. Hello, Alexando. Hello, Joe. Hello, Candy. Hello, Zach. And hello, PlayerDaniels. Welcome all. And what question did I miss? I can almost guarantee I missed one. Did you encounter getting submerged even though you did not destroy a green gem? Yes. I ended up mentioning that on the video. I believe the Coral Golem, even though it doesn't specifically say it on his ability, I believe the Coral Golem does indeed automatically submerge himself when he casts his ability. Where'd it go? Yeah, let's go. Oh, come on, where does it go? There it is. But yeah, I believe the Coral Golem, even though his ability doesn't specifically say so, he basically automatically submerges himself. They should probably add that text to his card so that it reflects what he actually does. But yes, he does indeed always submerge himself, it would appear, which means you only need 3 greens in order to submerge your entire team, which makes it slightly less needing of a Forest Troll. I still do it with Forest Troll, though, because you just get a lot of greens on the board, and you don't really have to deal with it ever. You'll pretty much know every single time that you'll have enough on the board to be able to use. So right here, we'll just throw the greens. We're getting a much better board this time around. And let's see, we'll just move that and keep moving stuff. But yeah, if we go for a triple, let me specifically take a triple. So if I take any triple off this board of greens, I should automatically gain the full amount of submerges. So I'm going to do it right here. And we should have 4 times submerge once I do this. And we have 4 times submerge. So yes, he does appear to automatically submerge himself every single time. Yeah, so that's what he does. The card doesn't say that, but that is what he does. He explodes your gem, submerges himself, and then submerges a random ally for every green gem destroyed. And then, of course, does the armor and HP buff. But it doesn't specifically say that he submerges himself, but that is indeed what it does. Yeah, that is pretty nice. The other golem doesn't even get the extra freeze, which does give him quite a bit of advantage over it. Both the golems are 18 mana cost, and they both do something similar. The ice golem does a bunch of freezes. This guy does a bunch of submerges, but he gets 1 for free. So even if you don't hit a single green, you still automatically get yourself submerged. Okay. Do we throw a queen mab, or do we wait? I think we just go for the double green here. And we do indeed land that. Not enough to really mess around with anything, though, so we'll just throw a Kraken. Doesn't seem like we have much else, unless we try for a drop there. Not going to chance it, though. So, nope. Okay, we'll go for a Kraken, hopefully into a Queen Mab. At least there's enough blue now that we can get it for free. So we'll throw that down. We can get another Coral. I don't think we need it, though. At this point, we barely even needed the first one. At this point, we just throw in the Kraken. And that into a single Kraken is almost the match right there. Actually, it will be if it devours. Nope, no Devour, but one more little poke will do it. So we'll double. And then take the green, the skull, and then down it goes. Yeah, it does automatically submerge itself, apparently. That is really weird, but it is what it does. I assume it's intended, and they just forgot to add it to the card. That's really weird if that's unintended. Let's see, what else did I miss? Does Submerge help against Dracula's lifesteal AoE? No. Dracula still steals life if you are submerged. It only dodges the damage, not the life. I was explaining that earlier too. It's similar to how Barrier is, where you you protect against the damage, but you don't protect against him gaining the life. They both interact the same way, unfortunately. Yeah, we can't just use it. So basically against Dracula's, you probably wouldn't even want to use it, because he's still gaining just as big of a tankiness that he would normally be. Main thing to counter out Dracula's is a really nice single target. Anything that can single target, particularly single target Devour, because he doesn't have any way to immune himself to Devour. So you let him cast once, you use like a Great Maul or something on him, and then boom, you're pretty much good to go for the rest of the match. You'll have a Great Maul that has like 300 HP or something, just sitting there with a really high attack value. They can just take skulls, and that would be enough to win the battle pretty much. And of course, skull spam would make it even quicker. When is the next kingdom? Next kingdom is coming mid-January. We don't know the specific date, but sometime within mid-January. It's going to be based mainly around the mechanic of the sunburn? Not sunburn. Sunbird. The sunburn mechanic. The fairy fire mechanic, I meant to say. Which basically allows you to do 50% more damage to troops that are affected with it using magical-based damage. It's basically like a Hunter's Mark, but for spell damage, is essentially what it is. Unfortunately, there's not currently any spell mitigation. So spells next patch, or actually I should say this patch, once the kingdom comes in, are going to be so ridiculously broken, like they already are. But we'll have to see specifically what the options are. But yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for that because it will lead to some really broken combos until they start rebalancing it a couple weeks later or a couple months later, whenever they get around to it. But hopefully it'll be a couple weeks later because we'll have to see. Maybe nothing will be added that's really strong with Fairy Fire. For example, it took them forever for them to add something that's decent with Submerge. Like, they literally just added it today, the Coral thing. But, yeah, that could be the case. It could be that they don't add anything within the next kingdom that's actually viable with Fairy Fire, and then it might take them a couple months before it does, and then the problem will arise. With Submerge, that problem didn't really arise because Submerge isn't really overpowered. But Fairy Fire is a different story. Like, if you could get a troop that places Fairy Fire on 4 times or 5 times matches, yeah, that's going to start breaking a lot of stuff if you don't add a spell mitigation. Of course, all they would need to do is add spell mitigation to counter that. But, will they? Is the question. Nothing actually has spell mitigation at the moment. And that would have to be a lot of different reworks if they try giving a lot more troops spell mitigation in some way, shape, or form. Okay. What do we do here? He has a billion different options to throw at us. I kind of want to throw a Fair Shroud, but we don't have alignment, so that's kind of a waste to even bother with right there. There's a legend coming out with Fairy Fire against all enemies. Is it an extra turn, though? Does it have any board control? Where did you see the information on that, by the way? Was it on the forum, or was it on the other posts? Because I actually didn't really read up on the, specifically what every single troop is going to be doing from the next kingdom. Let me double check if it's on this other post, because I am really curious about that. I don't think it has any board control, though. Let me see. It must be buried in here. Let's see. Fiery Dance. No, that's for Leonis Empire. Oh, I wonder if that's going to get it, too. Oh, there it is. Blighted Forest. Where is the legend from... there it is. Deal magic plus 5 damage to a random enemy. Transforms all blue gems to green to boost the effect. Oh no, it has board control. It begins. Interesting. Also, it gains enchant like crazy. It has an automatic enchant like what KrissTigger has. Okay, yeah. We'll see how that pans out. Okay. That is going to be very powerful. It not only has damage, it has a convert, and it has Fairy Fire All, and it has a boost ratio, though that boost ratio isn't really too relevant. But, and it has enchant, and it has arcane. Actually, that arcane isn't really that relevant. The only thing that's really relevant on it is the fact that it has a automatic enchant, and it has a Fairy Fire All with a convert. That will be deadly. Well, rip. We'll see how that pans out. Maybe it won't seem as overpowered as it actually is, because you have to keep in mind Impervious and anything with immune to fire are immune to it. So it's not like it's going to be able to work against everything. And there's quite a few teams that can be built that run pure anti-fire, like things that are immune to fire. So maybe it won't be as big of a deal as I think it might be. Oh, link? Oh yeah, here you guys go. Here's the link to all of them. Let me see. Oh, the last time I posted this link, it wasn't really working correctly. Let me see if I can post a link directly to the page that shows it instead of that. Okay, let me see if... Oh, that actually looks really cute. I just looked at the art right now. Oh, I don't mind that legend being overpowered. That's a really cute-looking legend. Never mind. They need to make it more overpowered. I like it when good troop art gets into the meta. But that should be the correct link right there. Let me know if it works. Let me try it myself. Please work, link. No! Why does it say directory not found? Grr. Okay. I have no clue why it doesn't show. I can go bring up the screen, I guess. Plan B. Hold up. I have plan B. 1 second. There is a plan B. Let me go get the screen up real quick, and I'll go show it. Let's see. Where to go? Where's my window capture? There it is. Show it on screen. And there it is. And I'm hiding everything. But there it is. Right over there. Can I zoom in at all? There we go. It is a Glitter Claw. It is a Fey Dragon. And its ability, deal magic +5, 16 mana cost, green-blue. Deal magic +5 damage to a random enemy, transforms all blue gems to green to boost the effect, and then fairy fire all enemies. And that effect that it's boosted by is at a 2-to-1. And it has Fireproof, which is immune to Burning and Fairy Fire, Arcane, which is just some extra magic for his weak ability, and basically the KrissTigger ability, where it automatically enchants itself. This one is all for red gems, though, instead of purple, like what KrissTigger does. Also, it's the same color as KrissTigger, so you'd most likely not use this with a KrissTigger. Most likely. I say that because maybe Guild Wars, it might come into play with each other, both overlapping. But, yeah. There's no official date on when this thing is coming out, but basically mid to late January is most likely roughly the time. But yeah, looks really cool. And that's the one that's going to be the biggest threat, most likely. Most likely. But yeah, we'll see how it pans out. Anyways, let me go close out the screen. And that was the one I was referring to. Yeah, I don't know why the link's... Oh, I just forgot to take the yellow. I don't know why the link's not working. Also, anyone just getting here, make sure to use the redeem code below. We'll have another one in probably about 10 minutes or so. We're doing 2 today. One we already just did, and the other one in soon TM. Okay, but I'm leaving the other one up since it's probably not even used up yet. Get your extra green-blue stones now. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, I forgot to mention that. You probably do want to get your extra green-blues now. Because you can get it right now from buying corals. I already have plenty enough, but yeah, that is a good call there. I completely forgot about that. Yes, you can pre-buy all of your green blues now in order to get it in anticipation for the new mythic that's coming out. I mean, new legend that's coming out when the new kingdom comes out. So if you want to get it ahead of time, you can do so. Okay, we have a really weird situation here. I'm just going to have to explode because we're frozen on both red and purple, which were the 2 things that we could have extra turned on the previous turn, so that was pointless going for either. And we'll get the last bit of mana there, and then throw it in, and get our souls. Got to claim that 275. Also, we already know around mid-March to late March, they are going to be adding more stuff to Soulforge. So it is a good idea to have 1.3 million souls by then, just in case, if you're a late game player. Which, if you've been wondering why I've been throwing Fairish Raw in almost every team, that is why. I need 1.3 million by, like, mid-March. We might not even need that much, but I do want to do it just in case. They're likely going to do the next implementation of the of it a little bit different. But, yeah, it's still going to be most likely requiring a lot of souls regardless, even if they do change it. It is the Soulforge, after all. Yeah, so you need 16 arcanes to do a legend, 10 for the second trait, and 6 for the third. Though the only viable trait on it is basically its third trait, so you would have to get 16 to fully trade it, unfortunately. But yeah, it would need all 16. And other than that, I think you need like 10 runics of green and blue and like a few other small scraps that most people probably already have. But yeah, it's mainly those arcanes are the main thing you want to make sure you have ahead of time. Everything else you can just farm if you truly have to. And it wouldn't really take that long. Like the arcanes if you were a few short or something. Normally I don't even mention anything other than the arcanes that a troop costs, because more often than not, that's the only one that's really relevant that people don't have. And if there is another one that someone doesn't happen to have, it's quick enough that you can just go out of your way to farm it. Whereas it's not necessarily quick enough to go out of your way to farm something like 10 arcane trait stones or something like that. That can take a while sometimes. Okay, well, we'll go throw down the Dragon Soul there. And down it goes. But yeah, they're 300 glory each right now, so that's definitely a lot quicker than going out of your way later to go and farm them yourself. But yeah, underneath the shop, underneath the glory rewards, you can get them for 300 glory each right now. And you can also get them from Atlantis or Grimwoods if you want to go explore later. But it's a lot quicker just simply buying this guy up a bunch. Actually, you know what? Let me go buy a few more copies of him. I think I still have him at ultra rare, so let me get just a little bit more of him. Don't want to overbuy. I'm mainly just getting like, I think 7 here. I think that was 7. Let me buy one more just in case it wasn't. That's probably 8. But let me go upgrade him a little bit. At least get him to some stats that aren't completely useless. Golem. But yeah, Coral Golem and Ice Golem, they're basically both the same troop, just slightly different. Though I do have to say, the Coral Golem is quite a bit better. Ice Golem, only thing it really does is freeze the enemy team, and you get some life. It still has all the same general mechanics, like exploding a gem and all that kind of stuff. Has basically the same traits too, or at least the same concept of trading. But But yeah, at least with this guy, you get 2 different stats, so you technically get more value out of him. The other thing is that he automatically, for whatever reason, submerges himself, so he gets even more value that way. Since with an Ice Golem, to be able to freeze the entire enemy team, you need 5, whereas with a Coral Golem, to submerge your whole team, you only need 3 gems to be able to do that. So we'll get him another level. I don't think I'm going to get much further than that. Probably just leaving him as is for now. Should be good to go. And, oh wow, I did overbuy that quite a bit. We have 3 extra copies. Also, I like how it has a little fish there. The little small details that count. The fact that it has a little fish is one of the bubbles. I'm pretty sure most of you have already saw this by now. But, I do like that. It's actually not that easy to see on that screen. I think some of the other screens, it looks a little bit more obvious. Like right there, you can see it's really obviously a fish. But yeah, the small details. It's like little, it's a bubble and like the reef right there. With those 2 little water things. What are they called? Seaweed or whatever those little ground things are called. They might have a different name when they're that deep down in the water. But you know what I'm talking about. Those little green things that stick up and like swirl around. I think it's called seaweed. It might have a different name. But anyways. It's funny how they did that. You should try exploring without hitting a green gem. Exploding without hitting a green? Oh, I have actually not tried that yet. I assume it would just do it to himself. But yeah, I'll go try that right after this battle. I assume he's doing it to himself. I don't know for sure, though. But yeah, we'll go test it real quick. Yeah, I was just kind of just assuming it. But yeah, we should probably go test it. That would make sense. What do we move here? Anything? Well, we have to move something. We'll go take that. Trying to get our last little bit of mana without him getting a skull. And that worked, but he got that. And we do not have enough Ferrous Rod to hit him. Well, we technically have Ferrous Rod, but we don't have alignment and we don't have enough damage. So we'll just throw the Dragon Soul and hopefully get lucky here. Yes. And that is indeed an extra turn and enough damage, so very lucky actually. Not enough mana to go all the way into a Dragon Soul, but we can just move that over and go from there. You did the Submerge glitch? Which one? The one where you get a troop into the middle of the screen? Yeah, it's pretty funny. I've only done it with Gorgolfa so far, but I assume it's possible with everything. It's not Gorgolfa that's causing it, it's the Submerge that's causing it, obviously. Not specifically sure what conditions you have to really reach for that to happen, though. I think it happens when multiple extra turns happen, I think. Like, if you were to, like, double extra turn Kraken against a Submerge, I think the first slot will go all weird or something. Not sure if that's actually what causes it, but... Also, did he just move all my team? He did. I didn't even notice that until just now. But we'll go move that. Go get everything that we need. I can take blues if I want, but I don't really need to since we already have the mana. And he's just sitting there plowing them down. We'll just go and get ourselves a Dragon Soul. If we lose Ferrous Rod, it doesn't matter since we still gain the Soul Gain. And that is match. And we still get to keep him. Down he goes. You got a middle of the screen coral? Oh, very nice. Like directly in the middle? Or just like the middle one? Like your second or third troop went to the middle? Are you referring to that? Okay, let me go and do one coral and go test this real quick. I'll do it off my suggested team slot and just do it off a random challenge, I guess. You know what? I could actually do it off of this one. Would probably be the easiest one to do it off of. So let's go test it with this. And basically what we're going to do here is as quickly as possible, just go straight into the 0 green hit. So we'll go take an explosion. Take another explosion. Get him to full mana. Don't kill out the enemy team. And oops, I should have taken the red. I guess it doesn't matter. But now I need to hit 0 greens. Doesn't really matter where as long as it hits 0 green. So let's just do it over here. That is indeed 0 green. Wait, it does trigger off a green, right? Hold up. What? Does he just automatically submerge your entire team? What? Hold up. Why? What? What? Okay. Wait. What? I did, yeah. Okay, that's more bugged than I thought. Yeah, it's definitely bugged. Never mind. Wow. That is even more broken than I thought it was. Oops, we're not going to get the mana for him this time around. I won too quickly. This team is made for winning quickly, though. But, whoops. Okay, let me try not accidentally winning. and see what we can do with that again. Let me try hitting as minimal hits as possible. Actually, let me not take any bomb bots, or fire bombs, I mean. Let me just go straight into his mana and see what happens if we explode 4 gems and nothing but 4 gems. I wish there was a way that we could do even less than 4 gem explosion. I don't think there is, though. So let's go explode 4 gems while hitting 0 greens in as little color as possible. So there's only 2 colors, neither of which I would expect him to work on, brown and red. So what does he do here? He submerges your entire team. Well then, well, he's actually really good. At least for now he is. Really? Okay. So he submerges currently your entire team regardless of what you do. Interesting. Well, that definitely makes him quite a bit stronger, to say the least. And that is obviously not intended. But yeah, I guess utilize him while you can. I don't think they're going to fix this before Guild Wars, so if you need him for Guild Wars for whatever day, if you need to go counter out a team, yeah, go use it. Use it while you can. Yeah, that is pretty broken, to say the least. Submerge to your entire team, regardless of what you do. That is pretty powerful, especially since he can automatically extra turn. Even then, I still don't think there's any purpose for him. Or at least very little. Just because Submerge is still towards the weaker side. That doesn't really change much. That would be like automatically being able to poison the entire enemy team. Like, yeah, you can do it, but that's not necessarily helping you. Actually, in some cases, that could actually be a bad thing. Anyways, let's go get our Dragon Soul. Move that over. Yeah, that is really weird. I didn't even notice that earlier. Because every single time I cast it, I always cast it against greens. Like, I didn't think of casting it not against green. Sometimes you would for board control, but I haven't needed to do it for board control yet. Or at least solely for the purpose of board control without actually taking any greens. Yeah, that is very strange. Devs be like, oops. It wouldn't be the first time something similar to that has happened. Though that's the first time I think it has ever happened with a status effect like that. And another revenge. Oh, so let me go give out the other redeem code. I forgot to go give it out. Does anyone know if the code below is still working? Well, definitely make sure to do so. And if it happens to still have uses by the time we switch it, I'm pretty sure someone after the fact will try using it after the video. So I'm pretty sure it's burned out by now. Well, we'll go take ourselves for the red. Dragon Soul, go from there. At least it didn't devour the other team by mistake. Oh, do you guys remember a couple patches ago when Elspeth could aim at the enemy team? That was pretty funny. You were basically able to use a Elspeth, an empowered Elspeth, basically like you would use a Great Maul. It would instantly have an empowered ability that could kill any one enemy on your on the opposing team. The glitch only lasted for about 18 hours, but for those 18 hours, Elspeth was like god tier overpowered. Because you not only got a free summon for yourself, you got a free instant empowered kill to anything in the game because nothing was immune to it. So you could win a battle in like 30 seconds, a PvP battle at that, and just keep getting the manas that you need, keep getting your extra turns, and just wipe out all 4 of them very quickly. It didn't last that long, but it was probably the funniest, most broken thing that has happened. One of the other ones that was pretty funny, though this one stayed into the game for a very, very long time until they had a way to fix it. But Great Maul, at one point, was able to triple devour or even quad devour an enemy team. I have a video up of it triple devouring, if I'm not mistaken, where it kills the first lot with skulls, and then it triple devours the other 3. Similar to how traits used to be able to multi-trigger, that skull instant devour thing that he has also used to be able to multi-trigger, and essentially you could wipe out an entire team with enough skull spam, and that's exactly what happens. You just wipe out an entire team, it all falls down, and then you win. Pretty much. Yeah, the Elspeth glitch was pretty funny. It basically made her Great Maul for a day. She got to experience what being overpowered was like. Actually, she is pretty decent. I shouldn't really say that she's weak. She's really, really situational. But she's mainly used for not Guild Wars. She's mainly used for winning super quickly. She's not made for high win rate. She's just made for speed, which can sometimes be a downside because sometimes you go so quick, and if you mess up with like one of the casts, she can end up being quite a bit of a negative towards your team, since you won't really be able to get much value out of her. Especially when you just feed them all of the mana that you try to accumulate yourself. But that can happen with almost any gem spawner, it's not just her. What do we do here? It just, that's one of her main purposes, is to do that, so when it messes up, it's a little annoying sometimes. Okay, well, let's go take ourselves the yellow there. Let's get a purple. No extra turn off of it, but we'll just simply take it. Oh, I forgot to go give out the redeem code. Let me go do that right after this match. Okay, there goes the Alk. Will he end his turn today? Let's hope so. It won't even be Christmas anymore by the time he ends his turn. Okay, we'll take the red. Let's see. You got a Scotty from the code? Thanks. Oh, congratulations, Shadow. Wow, good thing I didn't switch the code yet. Wow. Oh, there we go. Very lucky. Technically, that should be happening every single week, even though people don't specifically say that. But with how many redeem codes we're handing out, approximately every 3 or 4 codes, one person should be saying that they got a mythic, based on the current drop rate of mythics. Of course, it could be that whoever claimed the code didn't say it into chat, but yeah, on average, about every 3 to 4 codes, someone should be getting a mythic. But yeah, congratulations. Very lucky. And we'll throw that down, and down it goes. Okay, let me go give out the other code. This is the last one we have for today. Hopefully it will give someone else another Skady. Let's see, where to go. Or maybe it just has magical powers that makes it better today. No, that's not the case. Also, this is my absolute final code, so I need to make sure I ask them for more while I'm on vacation, just so I have them for when I get back. And then we'll do this one. It's the final code of all the codes. Let's go put this into the redeem. Where to go? And the code is, I think it says do that thing or something? Or hey, wait, who dat? The memes. Hey, who dat? What did I even originate from? But anyways, hey, who dat is the redeem code. Let me go get the chat. I mean the copy paste into chat. Put that there, copy all that. And there you guys go. There is the code. Hopefully someone else will get the mythic off of it. Or something juicy. Let's see, make sure all that's good, and let me go claim it myself. Maybe we'll get something. Though, with our luck today, all we've been getting is trait stones. Every key we have opened today so far has given us a trait stone. And while I actually wouldn't mind getting another runic off this, maybe we could get a mythic. Let's see. Another runic? I'm calling it right now. Let's go yellow runic. Nope. Oh, well, it's a troop. It's a useless ultra rare. I actually would have preferred a runic off of that, even if it wasn't yellow. Actually, I don't even think I need yellow. Yellow, I shouldn't have said yellow. Yellow is the one I think I need the least out of any runic. Let me see. Yeah, I have 1,444 yellows. The one I would need the most is red. I would need red runics. Oh, I'm almost up to 1,000 base runic. Sweet. Oh, wait, never mind. Earth. Oh, no, never mind. I need a lot more earths. Okay, I need earth runics. I might need to go farm those. I guess I never farm in KZL, so that's probably why I'm low on earth runics. By low, I mean more than I'll ever need, but still. It's the lowest. I shouldn't say that that's low. That's my lowest. For 873 is by no means low. That's probably enough to last 4 to 5 months of them releasing content without actually using up a single thing. Actually, that might be almost closer to half a year to a year, now that I think about it. But yeah, that would last for a very, 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 very long time, even if we didn't accumulate anymore. And also, as far as arcanes, what's our lowest arcane right now? Last I checked, it was brown-blue, if I'm not mistaken, and it still does appear to be the case. Good thing I got a little bit more green-blue, because that's actually going to be our lowest next when the new kingdom comes out, most likely. But yeah, brown-blue does appear to be our lowest. Also, thank you, Alfthuris Prot. Much appreciated for you subscribe. Also, anyone just getting here, make sure to use the redeem code below. If you're on PC Mobile, you'll get some free resources. It gives the normal reward of 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And that's just our PvP reward thingy. And let's go use the 1 gem key and see if we can get lucky. Come on. Oh, wait, never mind. We already just did. No, I'm still doing it. Wait, I used a gem key earlier and it wasn't the right one. Okay, this was the actual gem key. And it gives us Feldross. Well, at least it's not a ultra rare, though unfortunately I don't really need her. She basically never gets used at all. Very, very, very occasionally, she will be used on a 4 times orc team. That is the only instance you would ever bother slotting her into any team ever. Though if any team was ever to get a ridiculously high magic value for whatever reason, she would be okay in that kind of team. Though the fact that she doesn't have any kind of automatic extra turn is a pretty large liability for her ability, or just any troop that's kind of like that. It's a single target that doesn't have enough to one-shot, that doesn't have a extra turn chance. So compared to things that do have an extra turn chance, like for example, let's say Ferishra, which can not only one-shot, but can also extra turn off that one-shot, is generally better value than her. Okay, well, that put us back a lot. That was all the mana we were accumulating at the beginning of the battle, and now we are behind. So actually, we're not behind yet, but it did set us back from where we were. Well, I can't take this brown. It's a trap! Let's go and I guess take a yellow there. We didn't get the brown drop, and he gets a free yellow as well. I guess I deny out a blue just to decrease his chance of getting alignment. I want that red, but I'd rather deny him out than do anything. And he gets a Corvash apparently, or not. Let's see. Do we have enough damage to deny that? No, we do not. We'll move that. That doesn't give us any alignment we actually need. I guess I go for it and just hope we get a Cascade somewheres. Or Skull. Nope, we didn't get anything. Maybe I should have waited and just done it after. Oh well, but we'll go and take ourselves the manas that we need. If we can go find them, we'll take that into that. Get ourselves a little bit of our manas. And what would we go for? Skull? Do we go for that Skull? I would if it was enough damage, though it's not, so we won't. And I don't have a blue drop either, so I need to make sure whatever way I take it, I did not give him an extra turn, so we'll take it that way. He does not go for the Skull, and he does indeed get another Corvash. That can actually end us here. We are about to die to a single Corvash. That is really sad. I don't think I have an alternative, though. I guess I could try taking a purple here, or try for the Skull. Skull, 25% of 33. I believe that's not enough damage. That would be the case. Oh, he didn't go for it. Perfect. Okay, for whatever reason, he didn't go for Corvash. That helps us some. He's still going to get a summon in the first slot, but this at least gives us a slight chance to get back. Oh, we have Fairish Raw too. Perfect. Oh, we got this. The comeback. There we go. And now we have another Fairish Raw. Like, look at how useful a extra automatic turn one-shot is. We just got a triple one-shot off of Fairish Raw. Of course, that doesn't always happen, but it's quite amazing when it does. And it at least has the potential of happening, unlike other things where it's just no potential whatsoever. You got a Tesla on the small amount of the gem keys from the code? Oh, congratulations, nice. Also, I know you have the other thing that synergizes with it because they just gave it to everyone for free. But yeah, go use it with a Double Dwarven Gate. Double Dwarven Gate, Valkyrie, and Tesla. It's a very, very, very strong team that is super cheap. And they just gave out 12 Dwarven Gates to everyone today, so you can probably get it up to, like, ultra rare, approximately, if you haven't already. Or maybe even higher. The Dwarven Gate, that is. What do we do here? Guess we just take a purple, move that down. And what else do we have to move? I don't think we have a Cascade there. We could try for the blue. Mainly just need to go get his mana up, so you know what, we'll just take that. And then just throw right into an explosion that hopefully gets lucky here. Not really that lucky, but we'll go see if we can get a Fairish Raw, and nope. So we'll clear the board, just keep looping between the two, get a Fairish Raw poke when we can, like right now. And just move from there. Actually, I didn't even really need that poke. I think we would have had enough damage regardless. Yes, we would have. But down it goes. Better to play it safe. There we go. You just beat my annoying defend team. Actually, it's not that annoying of a team. Also, that reminds me, I need to go set all my defend teams. I don't think I have them set at the moment. Let me see. Your guild, Guild Wars. Let's see. Did I level all my things? Yes, I did. I will also not be doing all the Guild Wars on the actual days. Hopefully, that won't hurt my guild too much. The first few I will be able to, but starting from, like, Wednesday, they're probably all just going to get done on Sunday, most likely. But let me go set all my defend teams accordingly. Defend blue. It'll actually... Oh, never mind. I keep doing that wrong. Defend green. This is actually going to be the first time, I believe, when I don't do all my battles on the day that they actually come out. Because I won't be able to. Defend blue is already correct. Oh, wait, no, it isn't. You know what? I want to go and use this defend blue. There we go. Defend blue. Defend... that one is correct. The defend yellow I do want is the current defend blue. And defend purple. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me do defend purple as the defend blue. Oops, it was already set. Defend yellow, I do need to go switch as well, though. I think I might... Oh, never mind. I did switch it to this and it ended up working again. Never mind, I don't need to switch it. It was defend purple that I need to switch. So for now, Scion, Ragnagord, Famine, Def, I think is fine for it. And for red team, we're, I believe, just using the all dwarves. Defend blue. I mean, defend red. Where is it? Defend red, defend red. And did I do them all correctly? Defend red, defend yellow, defend blue for purple is correct. Defend blue, defend brown, and defend green. Yes, they are all correct now. Yep, we're good to go. So that's what I'm running for all my defense. And I almost forgot. Also, don't forget to go switch them. They do automatically undo themselves every Monday for whatever reason. So do make sure to go and set them, or else you are going to lose out on 12,000 Guild War points, which is a very, very hefty amount of the points you gain. That's like 20%, a little over 20% of the total amount of points you gain, and you get it all for free just from having unique teams, so definitely make sure to do that. Also, as I mentioned, this event is ridiculously easy this week. We are already on to the third reward without doing much. Also, really highly advised to not only do all 6 of them, but also particularly to get at least to 4, so you get yourself 3 free Azuras. Generally, it's not really that realistic, or not worth to get the 3 free epics that you get from doing this, but Azura is the strongest troop within Merlantis. Very rare that the epic is the strongest, the free epic, but in this case it is. So definitely make sure you get yourself Azura. I use her all the time in various blue teams, and I've been using her with Skady as well, just to make sure we get that extra spam into the explosion, and it's been working out quite well. I believe I had her over here. Yeah, we're using her in Azura, Corvash, Skady, Merline for blue days. I've been messing around with her. Ended up working decently last blue day. Might end up tweaking it some for next time. Let's see. Okay, right off the bat, we definitely want to make sure we get her up. I think I'm going to try for the extra turn, which we missed, but at least we got a blue. Though I did give it an extra turn, but plenty of blues on the board. Just get it all out the way and just keep spamming like crazy. We're going to take a lot of skull damage here. We might lose her, but we can easily get the summon right after. So right here, it looks like we're going to get a Corvash. We also have a Merline if we want to go for that. I'm frozen on blue, so I can't actually go for that extra turn right there, so we aren't. We'll just throw the Corvash just so he doesn't do anything, and then we'll try getting ourselves a Merline down. It does indeed kill that, so I am going to need to go and take some yellow or something. Oh, we're not even frozen on it, so that'll work. Take that. We are frozen on the skull, however. So do we take the skull? He gets a doubling of the green. I don't think that's a big deal, because in the current state of the board, he's most likely going to miss, and he does. Or at least he misses the extra turn. He still gets a decent amount of mana. But we'll go through this down, move the, his team a little bit. That moves his Kraken behind the other Kraken, so that the full Kraken doesn't have as good of a chance of doing anything. We could try for a bunch of blues here. We were going to lose our turn, but there's a chance another blue will fall, which will give us a lot more mana. And it did indeed fall because of the blue storm. So that was actually pretty nice. We'll throw a Merline here for the obvious reason, and then try mana burning it. For any of you that don't know, Mana Burn does still do the full amount of damage based on the mana they had, even while they're silenced. So even though we can't see what its mana value is right now, well, actually we technically can because it's showing that it has full mana right now. But like that one, it doesn't. But it still takes the full amount of damage. So this Queen map is 15 mana. She will still take the amount of mana or magic you have plus the amount of mana damage. So it would do her mana, which is 15. Plus whatever the magic is, which is 21, the extra one. So that'd be 22 plus the 15, so that would be 37 damage, which would still not be enough to kill her, but it would still apply that little bit of extra damage to her, which I think we're throwing right now, or do we wait? How do I do this? I guess we take the skull. That thing better not unsilence. Okay, good. That's still not enough damage to kill, but that's the most damage we could possibly get. Also, thank you, Morris, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. So we'll throw that down. That'll kill most of the team. He gets to reflect it right back at us. And, yeah, just one more nice little poke. Should almost be the match, other than the Kraken. I don't have anything to immediately deal with that, but if we can get another Merline, that would serve the purpose of doing so. Let's see. I'm playing this as if it's like a Guild War battle right now. I probably don't even need to worry about it as much. Let's see. I'll go take the green, just so he doesn't get it for the Kraken. I definitely want to make sure I deny it. And I believe that's enough damage off of that to kill it by the time it has full. No, it'll be slightly off, but we'll just do a Queen Mab then, and then throw it into any form of damage. We get our free turn automatically, and now any poke whatsoever, doesn't even matter what it is, will be enough to kill. Do I give it the free red turn? I think I do, just because it gives us full mana. And, oh, I get a Kraken. Luckily, that's not enough to actually do anything. But still. And down it goes. Good evening, F. Quintero. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, Tesla for dungeons is pretty nice, too. You get the double Dwarven Gate for the barriers into the Valkyrie. You get to protect yourself very well. And it clears through them very, very easily. That's what I actually still do on my other account. Whenever I end up doing the dungeons on it, I end up using the double Valkyrie Tesla. Or the double Dwarven Gate Valkyrie Tesla, and it ends up panning out quite fine. Okay, let me go and do, oh, what was I? Oh, yeah, I was going to go do dungeons real quick. Might as well go do that as one of our teams, too. But for now, let's do the quick team for the first two, and then we'll go switch over to the Tesla for the hardest battle. But let me just clear these through quickly. We'll go use this. Should be like 2 shots, take out the entire team. Dragotar, Shegra, Azura, and what should you use as your last slot? Let's see, what are you missing? Brown, green, red, blue, purple. You're missing yellow. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a dragon. I'm gonna think of decent yellows that would work in the last slot. Most yellows don't normally get used in the last slot, though. And there's also not a yellow skull spammer, I don't believe. Oh, yes, there is. Inferno King. Yeah, I guess Inferno King would work then. Not to mention he also has a revive chance if you happen to have him fully traded. He's not really commonly a backline tank, but for the purposes of that team, it would end up working. We're frozen on those colors, so we just throw another firebomb. No point in taking the extra turn. That's just going to end our turn. And down it goes. And skip by all that. And it's the second battle. And let me not accidentally use this 3 times in a row. That'd be a fail. I want to make sure I use the Tesla for the final battle. I'd use it against all of them, but the final battle is the only one that's even remotely harder. But we'll go and throw down the other firebomb. And what else? What else? I guess we take the skull here, since we're going to need the extra bit of damage anyways. Well, might as well take another skull. We're already starting. Wow, another double. Very nice. Did we throw that first? No, at this point I might as well just throw it over Wan. And wow, it's getting a lot of stuff right now, actually. But we'll throw that in. That will kill out everything, and we're good to go. And let me not accidentally use that a third time. Let me go switch over to the double Dwarven Gate Valkyrie Tesla. Let me see. Dwarven Gate. Dwarven Gate 12. Dwarven Gates. That is not how you spell Valkyrie. That is how you spell Valkyrie. Let's see. VA semicolon L. The new way of spelling Valkyrie. And what else do we need? A Tesla. Keep switching letters. And banner, we just need a standard Valkyrie banner. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Dragonclaw. Okay, it should be good to go. And just fight it. It only uses 3 colors, but it uses them really effectively. So it doesn't actually matter that it only uses 3 colors. It's actually perfectly fine still. Okay, so this board right here. I guess we go right into a Valkyrie, so move that. And we do not have much to take. I kind of want to take this green just in hopes that he doesn't take the red. I can almost guarantee he's going to take that red right there. Oh no, well he did take a red. I was right. He just didn't take the exact one because a new one came onto the board. And he wanted a new one. He wanted the fresh red instead. Fresh blood. Let's see. Well, we'll go and take the blue, I guess. Oh no, you know what? We could go yellow-blue. That gives us even more. Particularly if it surges, because we can then go right into the gates. Well, of course he didn't surge, but we can just get ourselves a Valkyrie here, throw it onto the purple, and we're good to go now. And now we pretty much just auto-win at this point forward. So let's take a skull, because why not? It's just laying there. We don't have a Queen Mab or anything, so we can't utilize all these spare blues. What we can do now that the board is finally cleared, is throw the Tesla, throw second Dwarven Gate first, so that you barrier up your first slot in case it gets hit by a skull, and this time, and like that, and then you barrier again to get your Valkyrie to full mana, and well, we already have Valkyrie to full mana, so we can just go and deny out a color here. Trying to find one that's extra turn, though then again, we're losing our turn regardless, so let me just do it on green here, get our mana that we need, and go from there. So we're frozen very hard right now, but we'll just let him do his thing. Again, do the second one first so that the skull, well, he didn't go for the skull for whatever reason, but so that the skull hits the barrier, then throw the Tesla. If you do it the other way around, you basically waste a barrier that could have been used to protect against one of its abilities, or one of its skull pokes, or one of its anythings, like right there. You always want to do the second one first if you have both of them up. And let's just get the other one in. And I can't really take everything off the board because we're so frozen right now. But that will just be a Tesla into the match. I like how my entire team just unfroze at the exact same time. Well, that's convenient. But let's go claim our reward. And that's everything for today for the dungeons. Sweet. And no problem for all the info. You play on mobile. Is it hard to have a second account on PC? No, it's pretty easy. You can also link the accounts. You don't need to have two separate accounts. PC, all mobile and PC version are cross-platform to each other. So you could be playing on two different mobile devices on the same account, or a PC and mobile on the same account. You can't play on it at the exact same time, like playing on your mobile while also playing on the PC version or something else. But yeah, if you were like bringing one phone somewheres and using another for somewhere else, or if you were using your phone for travel and your computer just for when you're at the house or stuff like that, yeah, you can use the same account for both. But if you're using two separate accounts, it's ridiculously easy. All you need to do is just make an account on both the normal way, and then you're good to go. But yeah, PC Mobile is PC Mobile is cross-platform. The only ones that aren't are the two console versions. Both the two console versions, the PS4 and the Xbox One, are their own independent versions that are just independent of everything else. They're not cross-platform to each other, and they have no mobile version at all. There has been suggestions to add it, though that is not anywhere near that high on their current task list of things to do. Let's see where to move. Take the Brown. See if we can get another one, which he just stole from us. It's going to be interesting seeing another troop come in from the New Kingdom that's basically like a KrissTigger. That alone, just even if it wasn't the fact that it has a potentially really broken effect with the Fairy Fire, even ignoring that completely, just the fact that it's similar to a KrissTigger and that it automatically gains enchant is pretty potent in itself. Okay, well, let's get rid of yellow. Hopefully get some brown in doing so. Perfect, exactly what we needed, and we are good to go from this point on. So we'll throw the Dragon Soul down, and should be able to easily win just by shuffling these two, throwing a few occasional Fairish Raws, and going from there. I really wish we had Fairish Raw full mana right now. That would actually be really convenient, though we do not. So we'll just go and I guess get rid of some browns here, get all that out the way. Oh, very nice, and we'll throw that into, I guess, that, just so we don't have to deal with his stat reduction at all. Oops, I meant to not do that, but there we go. I meant to actually take the skull first, but luckily we were still able to cascade it into the thing. Yeah, that was a mistake. Definitely take those first. We only got lucky that it actually happened to have fallen there from the alignment that it already had. But yeah, normally before you go for the KrissTigger, unless you specifically know 100% for sure, and you see it obviously on the board that you will extra turn, you normally want to go and take those extra turns first. Because you most likely won't be able to take them after the fact. So we'll let him drain us here, because we have no mana, so it would be the perfect time. Oh, why'd I do that? I basically just fed him 6 free mana. I could have taken that in the way that didn't give him mana. I wasn't expecting him to get the skull, though. But, annoying Scion. Oh, we don't have enough damage either. There's one thing that we could do. Hopefully get a random red. That's not a random red. But luckily, KrissTigger will be up in next turn. There we go. And now we'll have that to go throw at him. Double yellow, is that an extra turn? No, because that one's in the way. Is anything else going to drop it? Brown. No, because everything's moving down by 1. Well, I guess we move it all down by 1 then. There. Go. Wait, 1 HP. What? That's not good. Did he seriously just survive with 1? Luckily, this is enough to kill him. Unfortunately, that just happened, but we got most of our mana back. And then Dragon Soul into all of our mana back. And then just Gorgolfa into the wind, pretty much. That'll be everything we need. Actually, never mind. Don't even need to do that. KrissTigger, and that's already a match. And down it goes. Humility, Azura, Marilith, and Uriali. Sure, we'll go do that. How can you start a new account on Gems of War on Steam? As far as getting rid of your current one that you have on it, or just starting another one in general? If you want it separately, the easiest way to do that is just to make another Steam account and do it via that. If you're trying to do it through the exact same, platform, I actually forget the method for doing that. Because normally how you do it now is you just make a completely new Steam account, which was the way that people were wanting it and were requesting it for it to be changed to. Before, you used to be able to manually change it through one Steam account. Now you have to use multiple. But basically what you could still do, I believe you can overwrite your current account with a brand new fresh account by basically going under settings, going under your account, and then registering your other accounts to this that you just made, and then it will overwrite your current account with that newer account, and you could do it that way if you wanted to start over. But generally, just starting another Steam account is the easiest way to kind of do it, because you'll be able to kind of keep track of where every single thing is, like as far as all of your accounts if you're making multiple, and keeping track of them for whatever purposes. Like, I know I have about 4 or 5 that I do for that, mainly just other alternate Let's Play accounts that I do to mess around with. We only mainly have one that we use at the moment, but we have done several in the past. Also, hello Joe, Merry Christmas, and yes, Merry Christmas everyone. And if anyone's just getting here, make sure to use the redeem code below. Might already be depleted. That is the second one we handed out, but hopefully it's not. So someone already got a Skady earlier off of it, so hopefully one of you guys can get something else that's pretty nice. Can we get some damage? Yeah, should be enough to kill. Did we seriously just kill it with a skull? Yes. Oh, that's always hilarious. Gorgultha dying to his skull. Always great to see. Oh, I forgot to go to the team that Say Good Game Well Played suggested. Also, if there were any other questions or team builds you guys want me to do, let me know. And let's go Gorgultha that. That'll actually be enough to kill, sadly. And then we can just Christine X. And then we're good to go. Are there any viable early game Queen Mab teams without traits? Well, you would definitely use a Valkyrie. Let's see. It would depend if they have mana shield, but your team would probably be something along the lines of a Soothsayer, I preferably fully traded, a Valkyrie, a Queen Mab, and you would need one other utility troop of some kind. I guess something that covers... Well, actually, you're already covering every color. But, yeah, you would need some kind of utility troop in your third slot of some kind. Yeah, something along the lines of that would end up working out. This actually used to be a really popular team at one point. It doesn't get used anymore. A Soothsayer, Queen Mab, Valkyrie, Queen Mab. At the time, that banner didn't exist, but that would be the banner. You would use it with it now. But yeah, this team, assuming that there is no mana shield on the enemy team, is actually pretty potent. Queen Mab does a lot of full AoE damage, and the fact that you have a Valkyrie can make it so she always gains extra turns. But yeah, essentially, this would end up being your team if you had to go budget. And I honestly do not know what you would use for your third slot that's budget related. Maybe a Dwarven Gate, I guess. Maybe a normally in a team like this, you'd put a Justice there, but an untraded Queen Mab doesn't really work that well with a Justice on this team. I'm pretty sure you could still get away with it, but you might just be better off with like a Dwarven Gate or something. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, that'd basically be the team you would use, and it'd be fine. Preferably with Valkyrie and the Soothsayer traded, though by no means required to make the team function. And the Soothsayer's there mainly for some extra mana generation, some board control, and for the little bit of extra magic it'll give you for your Valkyrie. Because Valkyrie has pretty low soul gains, and as a early game player, you're probably only gaining like 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 at best, like souls from her per cast. Yeah, normally most people aren't gaining this much souls per Valkyrie. We can actually double cast a Valkyrie into max souls, because 2 18s is 36, and you naturally get 4 from the enemy team, so that's all 40 that we would end up needing. Also, let me go and do the team that was mentioned earlier as well. Let me go and see what that does. Let me see. Humility, Azura, Mirrorlif, and Uriali. So we'll go see what that does. Actually, I should probably put it in the order suggested. No banner was suggested, but I assume double yellow given the fact it's Humility. Let me see. What's the rest of the team? Never mind. It has Azura. It's probably blue-purple. Or Frozen Banner. Never mind. It's not Frozen Banner. It has Mirrorlif. And Uriali. Oh, wait, maybe it is Frozen Banner. You know what? It probably is Frozen Banner. Okay. So we'll go Frozen Banner with that. We already have a +1 off of Mirrorlif, so it's not like we're taking a -1 away from her. It's just like we're neutralizing it, so I feel better about doing that. She has 12 mana cost, so we do want to make sure both her manas are a 6 take, and they are, so that will be fine. And if she happens to die, well, then, well, there goes the banner with her. Also, I believe I'm actually going to switch it up just slightly and put the Mirrorlif up 1 slot, just so it doesn't get core vashed if we were up against a core vash, and just because we still get all of our mana directly into our Azura without any issue. So we're just going to do it like that with the Mirrorlif moved up once. I want to be able to use that attack value that it has. Not as concerned if it dies as well, since we'll be constantly getting these summons. I want to make sure the Azura stays a little bit safer. Okay, first things first, get either Merilith or the Azura up. Doesn't really matter which, but one of them does need to go to full mana. And once we do, we just start going crazy with our manas. And then start getting some humilities in there when we can. Throw down this every single time we get it, assuming there's no extra turns left on the board. And just keep going from there. Keep using Meriliths to poke them down. Merilith to kill that before it gets to do anything. And wow, this team actually is pretty decent. Let's see. I was not expecting that to work that well. Wow. Interesting. Okay, let's try that again. I was not expecting that to work that well. Okay, we'll move that down. What else? What else? Yellow to yellow. Do we need that much yellow? I guess it doesn't matter. We can use every color except brown as mana generation. Oh wait, I just realized. I could have used a minus brown banner. Well, what would we use it for? I guess a +2 red, +1 yellow. But then we can't quickly get a Azura up. Like that. Because now, if we just take a blue or a purple, she'll get up. Let's see. I guess we'll take a red and then go try fishing for a green. Okay, he'll just poke us. Do we have a drop for that? No, we do not, but we can go move these two and hope we surge. Though at this point, I might as well just go for the Merilith. Need to get that true damage in and make sure they stay poisoned. Do we throw Humility? Do we even need to throw Humility? I guess we throw it on blues. Green could have probably also worked. Okay, well, we lost Humility. That's not too big a deal since we could just resummon whenever we cast our Yali. There goes Infernus. I really need to get that summon already. Infernus, what are you doing? End your turn. Stop casting. Okay. We'll get an Yali cast here. That is not enough to win off of, but it will at least get rid of one of his mana generators. Well, we're stuck with just a Naga, and that is match. Oh, that did not work out as well, though that was a pretty lucky Infernus on his part. We'll try it a couple more times. It does seem pretty decent. Did you redeem the free-to-play account stuff? No. I did not redeem all of the 12 Days of Christmas stuff. I was going to do that all in a video later on, just for fun. But yeah, I was going to do a little video on it. I'll probably record that tomorrow morning. Because I'm actually really tired right now. I think it's from all the food, I'm pretty sure. Not to mention, I'm eating even more after the stream ends. We still haven't had dessert and everything yet. I was going to wait till after the stream for doing that. We already celebrated everything else related, though. Alright, we'll go move that up. Go see if we can go get our explosion here. And do we even bother throwing Humility? I think another issue is I haven't been really throwing Humility that much. Let me go throw it on green. And did we get magic on anything? I wasn't paying attention. Yes, we did. We got it on our Merilith. So we clear almost the entire board with that. Very nice. It's always funny giving Merilith a bunch of magic. She can clear the entire board once she has 64 or more magic. Having over 64 does not clear it anymore, though. Similar to how more explosions doesn't clear the board even more. Once you hit basically hit the entire board, it can't overhit the board. Like, it doesn't leak into the next board. It only does it to what the current board is. So even if you had, like, destroy 500 gems, it would still only do 64. So once she hits 64 magic, that's the most she'll ever get out of her magic value. Everything beyond that basically does nothing. Similar to how summoners right now basically do nothing beyond 20 magic. Okay, we'll throw that down. Hopefully he doesn't get to silence or anything. Good. He ended up throwing the dancers instead, and we could just go for the true damage there. Yeah, that doesn't seem that bad of a team. Works out pretty nicely. Can I show my current 4x Dragon team? I don't really have a 4x Dragon team that I normally run, other than this one. It's, oh, that's not 4x Dragons. Wait, where is my 4x Dragon team? I know I have one. 4x Red Dragon, I believe, is my 4x Dragon team right now. I think I still have it saved, right? Yeah. There it is, 4x Red Dragon. Dragon Soul, World Breaker, Dawnbringer, Elamagrim. Though I do personally prefer using, plus it's more souls, a almost pure Dragon team, which is either Gorgolfa or Mountain Crusher, Dragon Soul, Fairish Ra, and World Breaker. I do prefer using that. But for Red Guild War Day, or if you truly wanted to go full dragons, this also works. Finn's a little bit bad against Scion and a few other things, but other than that, it's pretty much good to go. So we'll go and take the yellows there. Main thing we'd want to do, as we would with any dragon team like this, is get Dragon Soul as immediately as possible. So we'll just keep doing moves that work towards that goal. And hopefully get him up in next turn or so. We're getting a lot of yellow. Wow, we almost got a minus... Off of -1 yellow, we almost got an entire World Breaker up before we got a Dragon Soul. The only problem here is now is I don't have any way to actually get that last little bit of mana. So I guess we just take a Skull. He's most likely going to land that. Yeah, he does. And then he starts getting Krakens. But we have Elamgrim last slot for Impervious, so we don't need to worry about it dying at least. He is going to get another one. There's no blues I can deny, so we'll just let him do his thing. And it looks like he'll get an extra turn, and he does. And he'll get another one. He does miss, so that's good for us. We're not frozen on green either, so we can go for the extra turns here and try getting as much magic as we can. Never mind, we only get the one, but still, that's all we need. We got a bit of magic on him. We can just throw that down into another Dragon Soul. We got an extra turn, but it was off the one we were frozen on our blue. We're going to need a Dawnbringer soon. Of course, we're 1 mana off, but I need it for Barrier so that we don't end up dying here would be pretty nice. And then we just throw that into the other AoE, and then we're pretty much good to go. And that is match. Actually, probably should just throw the explosion into another explosion or into another cast, and we probably could have won that way as well. But there we go. Yeah, that's generally what I run for 4 times Dragon, or if I'm specifically using a Red Guild War day and I feel like doing this. Really, really bad against Scion Famine though, because the average mana cost on this team is like 22 or something. It is a ridiculously high number. I think it was 22 or 22.5 is the average mana cost on the team. That would actually be really cool if they had a ability on your teams. Like if we go to our teams, on any of our teams, if they had a little icon that didn't just show the team score, but also showed, like right there is this team score, and then that. It'd be cool if it gave us a average mana cost as well. Most games have that, like whatever their scoring system is, or their mana cost, or whatever they call it in their game, for what fills them up. Normally there's a little icon that shows like what the average is for the entire team. Gems of War doesn't have that. I guess it's not as relevant for Gems of War, since you only have 4. Normally games that have like entire decks, when you have like 30 cards or something, are games that implement something like that. But I think Gems of War can implement it. Would be interesting to see. Like this team is like a 15.5 or 16 or so as far as its average mana cost. It'd be good to know, since mana drain is such a huge part of countering things in this game. Would be nice to know what a team's average mana cost is to kind of play around it. Oh, hello Marcelo. Sorry, what was your question that you mentioned? You probably got buried a little bit. Any Shadow Dragon team without any other OP dragon? No. Unfortunately, viable Shadow Dragon only works with overpowered other dragons. It's not normally used for the context of just being put into a team. It doesn't really work that well. Shadow Dragon in and of itself is pretty weak. All it is just a yellow to purple convert, a little bit of poison, and randomly hits something with true damage. You don't even get to target it. It's the only reason it's sometimes used is because of the synergies that it can be used with other dragons. But as far as just using it out of nowhere, you are better off with a Fairish Ra in literally every situation. And if you don't have Fairish Ra, you could just use a like Giant Spider or something, and it would still serve a similar purpose to what a Shadow Dragon does. But yeah, I would not really bother with Shadow Dragon unless you have the really big viable troops that get used with it. With things like Dragon Soul, Elamgrim, stuff like that, the standard kind of dragons that you would want to put more purple onto the board or into your troops with. But yeah, just randomly putting it on your team or into an all-dragon team without the bigger units, I would not really bother doing. It's a bit of a waste. Shadow Dragon is one of the weaker dragons, not the absolute weakest dragons, but yeah, it is a little bit down there. The absolute weakest would probably be things like Rainbow Snake, Demistroxia, Dragon Turtle, let's see, maybe Dragon Eggs. Early game you could use Dragon Eggs, later on is pretty bad. Dragon Moth is pretty bad. Drake, you would always just use Drake Rider instead. Silver Drake, you would just use Christine X instead. What other ones are there? And Venbarrack is also ridiculously annoying, the fact it doesn't have a 100% chance to disease. Though there are some teams that can actually use this. And you just hope it diseases every single time. You use it kind of like a little mini full AoE plague in a way. Because it's basically one of the only few things in the game that can disease. If we go under disease right now, I think there's like 3 that hit full AoE disease. Actually, maybe it's only 2. It might be that and plague, now that I think about it. Wait, is that really it? That might be it. I know there's some single target ones that are almost useless. Or pretty much useless. But yeah, it's plague. And it's, yeah, that's it. It's plague and, where'd it go? Venbarrack. There's, oh, and Xenos, right? No, Xenos doesn't even do it. Come on. Yeah, it's only 2. It's Plague and Venberic are the only 2 troops in the game that can full AoE disease the enemy team. No wonder why disease is never used. Venberic is useless, or not useless, but generally never used. And Plague is, well, Plague does get used, but doesn't get too much usage. It's mainly just, the only reason Plague is even really popular is 2 reasons. One is a lot of stuff runs off of magic, and 2 is because Krakens are everywhere, and you need a last lot tank for it. So people normally just use Plague for it. But other than that, Plague is towards the weaker side. He's very slow and basically only used for defending, because that's when he's really powerful, is when he's defending. Some people might think that Plague's actually a lot stronger than he is if you don't never personally use them, but he is pretty weak. The strength that he comes from is from defending, which is why he seems strong, but that's only because he's made to be good for defense. Trying to use him for PvP, obviously he's still decently strong, but the issue is he is glacially slow at winning battles. There isn't any team you would ever run with him that is super, super quick. Normally you do it for safety purposes if you're using it in a battle, like if you were throwing it into Guild Wars as a last slot tank or something. Those are the kind of instances when you would viably use him for actual battling and not just on a defend team. Oh, could you show the Exploration Team 3.2? Oh yeah, sure. I've showed this quite a few times, but it's this team. There's 2 different versions of it. This is the one I personally just run against most things. The other version is, instead of a Rowan, you replace it with a Forest Guardian. Pretty much the exact same thing. But this is even cheaper than the other one, so you might as well just use this. But yeah. So right off the bat, just move whatever. Throw explosion, throw an explosion, wait till you have full mana on either of them, throw it down, and ideally that will be team wipe. And if it's not, you throw down the other firebomb, and you'll be good to go. And that'll give you your other full mana, and then you just wipe it out that way. One really nice, hey, we got an Arcane on the very first try. I love when that happens. Arcane, brown, blue. I actually needed more of that too. That's why we're actually in here. But yeah, that's pretty much all you do. If you don't get it off the one, you get it off the other. One thing I like about this one, it has really good cleanup, so if they do revive, you can easily wipe them out. In most instances, I think you want to throw the Rowan instead of the Sunbird. I know with max stats, a Rowan has about like 20, 25, 30 more damage than what a Sunbird does. I believe that is the same for early game as well. Just double check to see which one is doing more if you are using this exact same team. Also, this team's relatively easy to get. Firebomb is in the drop hole right now, and you get it off of gold keys. It's only a common. Rowan you get for free if you don't already have it from Duke. Double Arcane! Very nice. Can we go triple? But yeah, you can get Rowan off for free from completing the Forest of Thorns Kingdom if you don't already have it. Firebomb is an easy drop off of gold keys. It's a common drop. And the only other thing you would need that would be slightly hard to get is a Sunbird, which is an ultra rare. Your best chance of getting it would be opening gem keys, though it is completely random on if you will or will not get it. The other thing that you could do is keep an eye on the red and purple dungeon things. Not that. The red and purple Soulforge things, and see if they ever pop around. I don't think Sunbird is available right now. You can double check here, see if there's a Sunbird here. And if you wanted to get it that way, if you don't already have it, you could get it that way. Also, do these things keep switching like every day or something? Because these, I believe, are already different than what they were on Monday. That or I'm going crazy. No, never mind. I think they might be the same. I don't know. They did it that one week, and now it's throwing me off forever. Anyways, I really want to see. Can we seriously get 3 Arcanes in a row? I don't think I've ever done that before. I've gotten 2 many times before, but never 3. That would be very, very, very insanely overpoweredly lucky. Come on, 3. Let's see that Arcane. Come on. Oh, 3! We did it! It's a Christmas miracle! Can we go 4? Seriously, we just got 3 Arcanes in a row. Let's make it 4. Let's keep going until we don't get an Arcane. Which is realistically right now, because that is insane luck. It's about a 1 in, actually I don't even remember the drop rate right now. 16? I think it's 1 out of 16 chance or something. Let's see, we'll go through the Rowan. Come on, 4. There's no way we're going for 4, though. We're already pushing our luck with the fact we just got 3 in a row. And there we go, finally. We got a minor trait stone. But yeah, I'll take it. 3 in a row, good enough. You got 3 Celestials in a row today? Really? Maybe it's just buggy right now with Arcane instead, or with the trait stones. That we're just getting really lucky today for whatever reason. Anyways, it is a Monday. But yeah, there we go. 3 arcanes in a row. I think that's pretty good to end on. But anyways, guys, hope you all had a very, very, very Merry Christmas. I am going to be heading off for the night and celebrating a little bit more Christmas as well. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's too. I will not be live or around on New Year's. We will still have video uploads and stuff pretty much every single day. I'm going to try to get something out every single day. Some days might be nothing, so don't be disappointed if we don't get something out. But yeah, we won't be streaming again. This is our final stream until January 5th, the morning of January 5th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll most likely be going over the Mythic if it does indeed come out on next Friday. Or not next Friday, you know, the January 5th. But yeah, we won't be back around with streams until then. I'll be in New Jersey, seeing family, doing other stuff, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Hope you all have wonderful New Year's. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Christmas, whatever you have left of it. And I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping by, and enjoy the holidays. Goodbye, everyone.